It's Mother's Day weekend here in the Philippines, and before anything else, I'd like to greet all the mothers who are watching and those who are doing mother roles. Happy Mother's Day. And if this is the first time you're watching my video, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Menen, and I help professionals communicate better. Today I'm going to discuss whiteboards. And whiteboards are very popular tools that you can use for engagement. And in fact, Zoom has an embedded whiteboard into its system already. And another former participant of mine in my previous workshops also asked me, what else can I use outside of Zoom? And so today I'd like to just show you that you can actually use an old iPhone or an iPad as a complement to whiteboards that Zoom already are featuring. But this time we'll do it differently, because iPad and iPhones can actually allow users to do scribbles. And normally it would be easy for you to be able to more or less show that particular screen if you had a later model, because that would already have been a feature that's built into the newer models of iPads and iPhones. But for now, let's just use an old set of phones and iPads to demonstrate this particular feature. So I'm gonna share my desktop so that you can see how it might look like from my point of view. So let me just hide this. Let me just move this around. Okay. There. And what I can actually do is click New Share to feature this, and then click Whiteboard. And so you can actually use certain features of the whiteboard here. So what do we have? Let me just hide this one. Okay. So for this one, I can actually put in text. So I can just write, what platforms do I use? So I can put in, I use actually Jamboard. This is an app from Google. Then number 2, I also use Miro.com. So if you like templates, the ones that I like, the platforms that I like are Miro and Mural.co. Then the 4th one is Padlet.com. Okay, so that's a sample of text. And then what you can actually do is also use stamps. And stamps are nice because you can actually, if you're sharing a virtual whiteboard, you can ask your participants to say, okay, if you've tried any of the 4, which ones do you like? Or which one do you like best? Somebody will say, oh, I like Jamboard, or I like Miro, or I like Mural, or I like Padlet. And then you can also just choose other stamps to say, okay, so which one do you think is more popular? So, for example, I think Google is the most popular among the 3. Probably Padlet would also come in second. That's just my guess. Okay. Or you can click the draw button, because this one also has arrows that you can use to emphasize your points. And then what else do we have here? Of course, when you click also on draw, you can write using your mouse. So if your computer screen or your laptop screen is touch enabled, you can also, I think, scribble there. But for me, it becomes very difficult if you start encoding or writing down text if you're using the mouse. So this one is most likely ideal for iPads and then perhaps touch-enabled screens. Okay, so let me just clear that. There. So if I now stop the share, what else can I do? Now you can actually use an old iPad or an iPhone. So I have an old 2015 iPad here, and then also a 2017 iPhone. So we will just need to use the charging cable that came along with the unit, and then just plug one end of the wire and then plug it into your USB port. Okay, very good. And then what you can now do is click share screen again, and then you can click iPhone or iPad via cable. So this one is going to create another screen, but this time you're going to see the screen that's being shared into your computer from the phone. So let me simulate that now. Okay, there it is. So if you click notes, okay. So this one was a prior demonstration that I did. Okay. So you can just click new note, and then alright, and then you will also find the three dots beside done. So if you click that one, you can actually configure the kind of layout. So click lines and grids, and then we can just use, let's just say, lines. So there. So you now have a quick line. And so what can you do with it? There is the pen marking there, and then you can just click the ball pen, and then you can also choose the pen width. So let's just look at the center, the one in the middle. Okay. And then when you're good to go, you can type in you can write down your text. So it's a good way of actually just discussing concepts with your audience, or discussing ideas, and then this one actually just emphasizes the point. So make your point. Or if not, there's also another type of pen that you can use there. There's a felt tip pen. So let me just use blue for this one. Alright. Then this one is a thicker pen. So this one is felt pen. And then of course the third one is a thinner pen, for example, that you can use. So I'll use green for that, and then click OK, and then thin pen. So this one, oh, alright, so this one is a crayon or a pencil. So the iPad will behave the same way. I would prefer using an iPad because I can actually write. I have a bigger space to write on. And then if you're done, you can actually erase the writings there. Okay, so you can just. So it does behave like a blackboard if you were doing this in face-to-face settings. And there, that's a very convenient way of actually using your old tech, and then second, you're not spending anything more to be able to use a digital whiteboard in your Zoom meetings outside of the one that Zoom is offering us. Okay, so So there, that ends my sharing. I hope this is something that you learned from. And if you like this video, please consider liking. Second is subscribing so that you can be updated with the new ones I release. I normally release videos every Mondays and Thursdays. And then if you'd like to ask questions, just feel free to put in comments in the comments section. Thank you very much. Happy weekend.